What's going on, people? It's the Xbot 448, and today I'm trying something new for this video. Upload Studio was acting up, so I figured I'd do a Twitch stream. And with the Twitch stream, you get a look at my my Forza 6 cars. I know I haven't played Forza 6 in a while, but I've been thinking about it, especially with that Porsche expansion pack. Before I go into my thoughts about the whole upgradable console and stuff like that, I wanna make an announcement. I will be on the Crossfire Podcast tomorrow at 6 o'clock. For people who don't know, that's Mooch's podcast. I've already been on once already, so this is my second special guest appearance, and I am really excited. I know they're gonna get into all the information that came out, once the embargo lifted for the Xbox Spring Showcase, everything that Phil Spencer had to say about the future of console gaming, and I'm really excited to be a part of this. So definitely, I'm gonna put a link in the description below on YouTube. Like I said, I'm on Twitch right now, but I am bringing this over to YouTube. I'm gonna put a link in the description below. Definitely, hit that link, subscribe to his channel, check out the podcast. It's going to be awesome. But as for now, I want to get into just a couple, preliminary thoughts about upgradable consoles. And while I'm doing that, I figure I would show off some of my cars in Forza for you. But so for people who don't know, Phil Spencer actually came out and he started talking about like the future of the hardware when it comes to console gaming, and he was talking about upgrades. He said that the PC and the mobile space, they get upgrades every 2 or 3 years, and the type of upgrades he was talking about were basically I believe are like plugins. Basically plug in a more powerful, part of the device, whether it's external GPU or something of that nature, and basically have the ability to run games with higher resolution, more textures, stuff like that, instead of doing the whole 5 to 7 year life cycle of a standard console. And it sounds cool at the surface, and I know when the 360 was first announced, way back in the day, they showed the interchangeable hard drive, how you could take out the hard drive and upgrade it, basically. The faceplate for the customization, like the visual customization of your system. And I was really excited about that. Of course, I was a little bit younger as well. But this is a move that can work. It can work. But they have to be very careful with this, because one thing they have to remember, and I think Phil Spencer knows this, is that gaming communities, he knows there's different gaming communities out there, and they all, they're proud communities. The PC gamers are proud of being a PC gamer. The console gamer is proud of being a console gamer. And there are some concerns within, the console gaming community that we might lose our identity when it comes to something like this, because when you start putting in the ability to upgrade consoles instead of just playing with the set hardware until the next console comes out, you're kind of mirroring what goes on in the PC community. And I think the console gaming community doesn't want to be viewed as like the watered down PC community, a watered down version of the PC community. We have our own identity. We're proud of our identity, and we want to keep that identity. Now, for people who have heard me talk about this before, when it comes to console gaming, there are two main points, in my opinion, or my reasoning, when it comes to console gaming, and that's price point and ease of access. Now, if they can hold on to these 2 points while doing an upgradable console, I'm more inclined to be like, yeah, this is awesome, okay? But they have to be able to do that, in my opinion. Like, I'm a father. The reason why I don't have a gaming rig is because I don't want my kids to touch something so expensive. And, with a rig, they have the ability to get into the settings of the hardware and screw stuff up for me. They can't do that with a console. So there's a little more security there for me. And of course, price point. Now, when you're talking upgraded consoles, if every 2 or 3 years they're selling pieces to upgrade your system, and it kind of does away with that next iteration of a console, the next new console or whatever. I want to know how much these upgrades are, and I want to know if it's still cheaper than buying a PC and building a rig. To me, it has to be that way. All right, because that, like I said, that's one of the main points with being a console gamer. There are a couple other concerns as well, in terms of like how devs, code games, for a closed environment as opposed to an environment like the PC, which has to deal with varying upgrades, varying GPUs and stuff like that, and the game has to have the ability to scale up or down according to the hardware. I have a couple issues in terms of how the devs might, what routines might happen with developers with making games for an upgradable console, but I think I'm really going to get more into that in the podcast tomorrow. Oh no, these are just my quick thoughts. Like, it could be really good. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not like saying it's all doom and gloom. They just have to be able to do it right. All right, and like I said, I'm gonna get more in depth with this because I know my boy Mooch over there and Southbound and Randall. Like, we definitely want to get into this in the podcast and with you guys. So the podcast is tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Mooch's channel. Like I said, hit that link in the description below, and subscribe, because dude's awesome. He has he has a lot of common sense, real cool guy. I'm thoroughly excited to be a part of his podcast at least one more time before he might kick me out. But anyway, this is my video for now. If you like it, definitely give it that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. For people on Twitch who might be watching right now, go to my YouTube channel, xbot448, and definitely hit that sub button. Check out the videos, check out the content I have there. And yeah, as for now, this is the xbot448, and I am definitely signing off.